Hello and welcome to my channel. One of my lovely subscribers said, could I do a colouring in to see my process and see what I get up to? Well, what she wanted was, I presume, was in my Inspire Prayer Bible. Now I have done quite a bit in this one and I've done a separate video for you on that. But I thought, well, okay, I can do another one. She wanted to know if there's any updates, and this is an update. So what have I been doing? Well, I've coloured in that one. I was sort of timing myself to see how long it would take to be able to do a video and colouring at the same time. This one took me chat and colour, and I actually did it yesterday, but it took me 25 minutes. So that was the first one I'd done. Not actually done a video on it, I was just testing myself here. Then I did a double page, some more colours, and that one also took 25 minutes, funnily enough. Then I did a third one, but I didn't do this timed. There's no time or anything on it because I'd started it yesterday and I'd finished it off today. But it was just to show you that I have been doing some more colouring in this Inspire Prayer Bible. So what do I use? Well, I tend to use a piece of card that I can lean on. We'll be doing Ruth today, if you haven't already gathered that. So a bit of card. The pencils I'm going to use today are these. Arteza, is it? 48 colour pencils. Says expert. Who's an expert nowadays? Anyway, I looked it up on Amazon, and they do actually come in two types. They come in an expert and a premium. You can get box sets like this. There's 48, there's 72, and there's 120. Excuse me, pencils in one box. I've been chatting a bit, but they're lovely. I can get into them. Trust me, they're lovely. This one, of course, has got 2 sets of pencils in it. Loads of colour. So, let's put that over there. So I've got my 2 lots of pencils ready. I've got my book ready to colour. I've got a pencil sharpener because clearly to be doing this small work, you need your pencils very sharp. And I don't actually pick colours. I just let it flow. It just sort of, oh, I fancy doing that colour, so I'll do that colour. I love flowers. So I will simply just pick a colour and start colouring in. Can you see this? Can you see what I'm up to? I do hope so. I've not done sort of too many how-tos. I've done an encaustic art how-to. But this is my only other how-to. So you can see, there's not a lot to it. You can put different colours on. You can have any colour you want. You can use a colour scheme. Hey, it's your Bible. You colour it however you want. If you just want 2 colours on there, you can just do that. And I don't have any set way of colouring. You know, I don't stipple it. I can do lines. I can do squares. If I want it darker or lighter, I'll put an extra layer on. Say I wanted those darker, I'd just press a bit harder. And that way it comes out a bit more 3D, isn't it? See this coming? Hope you can see this okay. Because I can't look through the camera and see what I'm doing at the same time. So I should get all the way through this video, play it back to myself and think, uh-oh, that didn't work. But never mind, it's all good practice, isn't it? You never know, it might just work. Not sort of sure how close you need to be to me to be seeing what I'm doing. I mean, I'm sure you can see this fine enough. It's not easy to talk and colour because I like to do my colouring sort of in the quiet. I find it a relaxful thing to do. And to actually try and talk to you at the same time, it's not that easy. But anyway, we'll keep going. And we'll see how it turns out. If it doesn't turn out right, I won't use a video. If it does, clearly you'll be watching it right now. There you go. One bit of a flower already done. Let's do a bit more. So it can take a time to do this. And no, I'm not gifted enough to be able to video it, speed it through, talk over that. I know people do it that way. I'm not sussed it myself out yet. Let's have a different colour. Not fussed, just a different colour. Should I do this one two-tone? I think so. I think I'll do the darker one. There's that. So I do one colour, or one layer, if you like. Then I'll go over a bit harder. And of course, that's what the card is at the back, so that you're not digging through to mess up all your other pages. Because as we know, Bible pages are rather thin. But you can still get plenty of colour going on. Plenty of effect. So what have you been up to today? Anything good? Anything to report? What colouring you've been doing? I sort of want to move this. I can't move it too much because you're going to go out of shot. There we go. You can see where this is going. Seems to be a favourite saying of mine, doesn't it? When I listen to my playbacks, it's surprising the same words I'll use. I did the encaustic art. It's like a how-to. And I found myself saying the word cave. I could see caves. That are whales, as in the fish whales, not the place whales. It seemed to be what I was stuck on. The record was stuck a bit. Never mind. I hope whoever watches it enjoys it. There we go. See? Probably the inside I'll do a different colour. Just for now. Ooh, that one looks like a bit rosy, is it? Or I want to do in red. He's crying out to have the red pencil. And a bit darker up there. So you sort of do it gently. Because I know what I have done in the past is I've been drawing and I've missed the line. And I've coloured in like a leaf in red and I'm thinking, no, that shouldn't have been like that. But there again, it's like, well, it's my colour and it's only me that knows it, so that's fine. I'm not going to be too hard on myself. Colouring should be a gentle thing, a soothing act, something relaxing. I'm sure there's a leaf around that one as well, so we won't do that. That must be his other red bit. There we go. Pretty or not pretty? I think pretty. Bit of green. Loads of greens to choose from. I'll just pick one of them and start doing some leafy bits. And even on those you can do dark and light to show a bit of a 2D effect. Yeah. Didn't sound right, did it? I'm sure it was. You see? And the different leaves can have the different greens as well. So there's another leaf, but you can have a different green. And I just work my way around the picture like this, just using all sorts of different colours and filling them in different, whether I want it dark or light, soft or heavy. The only thing I would say, as I always say with doing any colouring in, do make sure you've got a really good nib on there, because that is something you do need, especially for these little bits. You need a very nice pointy end. I did some art classes back in 2008 to about 2012, I think, if not a bit longer. And it was much of a please yourself. We would have a subject, so it would be a floral day. So we would have our flowers we'd all bought in, but then we could paint them however we wanted. We could do it in pencils, watercolours, pastels. There wasn't a specific medium, shall we say, to use. But the main thing my art teacher told me was, don't ever leave a paintbrush water end down, you know, into the water, because it will ruin the brush. And B, always keep your crayons and your pencils, come to think of it, because obviously you draw a lot, really sharp. And that stayed with me. So I'm sort of one of these freaks that goes around sharpening everything. See, you can go over all different bits. You don't have to then come back on that. There we go. How's that looking? It's looking a bit colourful, isn't it? What colour do we want this bit coming out of here? That looks different, doesn't it? Lavender. I like the sound of lavender. Let's have a look. Oh, yes, that one's pretty. There we go. I sort of liken this to adult colouring. They are very similar. However, when you're colouring in one of your Bibles, you can pause and you can read the words. Should we do that? Let's pause. So it says, don't ask me to leave you and turn back. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you live, I will live. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Ruth 1:16. Here it is over here. I've highlighted it already. And then you get back to your colouring. But actually this is in your mind, and you're pondering on it. I would. I do. And it's like, Ruth wasn't by blood connected, you know, to Naomi, but she stayed with her. She went everywhere with her, and she said, no, I've married into the family, basically. I'll stay in with the family, thanks. And I thought that was nice. She could have just gone her own way, got back to her people. But no, she stuck with Naomi. She gave up everything she'd been brought up in. And that's a big commitment, isn't it? She didn't have to. Naomi had said to her, no, you go back to your own people. I can't have any more sons, and you'll be too old to marry them when they're older, so I don't have any more sons myself, so you best go back to your people. But no, she stayed. That's commitment, isn't it? Got some more of those hearts over here. Should we do those while we've got the same colour? Then they'd just all be the same colour. If I was doing something, say I was doing a certain green leaf and I just wanted to use one green, then I would go over the page with that green to match up. What have we got over here? Just a little tip that I use. Make sure my bit of card's in so I can lean on it. That's crying out to be yellow, that one. Well, it is to me anyway. There we go. See, I don't follow any rules and I don't hold my pencil any special way. I just colour because I like to colour. Be it Bible, be it colouring book, whatever. Because that's got lines on it, you could do several different greens in there. You could. I don't think I want to. I'm fine with just the green that it is. But, you know, you can do as much or as little detail. Because again, it's entirely up to you. What else do we fancy? Let's have a nice deep one there. What's that? Carmine red, apparently. Well, let's do some carmine red in here. When it's a bigger space, I never know personally whether to do circles or whether to do lines to match it all in, you know, and not have gappy bits in there. I probably should be doing it a lot slower, but I'm just not a slow person at anything. I tend to go like a bull in a china shop. But it works for me. I'm happy in what I do. And surely that's what it's all about, just being happy. Now I'm going to have to turn you a bit here to be able to reach this one. There we go. You've probably got really fed up with this so far. Just giving up. Yeah. Even if it was working, and even if I do go with this video, to get it first time off is going to be pretty good, isn't it? We shall see. I think I'm anchoring to do the outside of this flower in like a browny colour. I don't usually know what's coming next, but I'm getting an inkling, if you like, to do it in brown. Let's find a reddy browny one. What colour is this? It says garnet red. Oh, so we're still a reddy colour. It looks more brown, doesn't it? But it does seem to fit. Just got to make sure I can try and keep in the lines, obviously. Which is not always easily done. But we'll have a go. Yeah, there we come. Round on there. If these were watercolour pencils, which they're not, but if they were, and you thought it's not covering the paper nicely, you could always wet it a bit, and then obviously that would blend in your colours. But these are just colouring pencils, so what you're seeing now is what you're going to get. How's that looking? Well, it seems pretty to me. I'm going to come in there with this one in the next round, if you like. There's no noise in here, is there? I mean, all right, I'm in the flat on my own. Alice is about somewhere, the cat. But there's no music on. There's no background noise. And out of one of our windows there is a car park, but there's not many cars in there. How's that? Oh, I'm liking that. I'm going to come back with the other colour in there. See, if I press a bit harder, we'll get it a bit darker. To give it another element. about pressure, isn't it? If I press too hard on every single colour, then I find my thumb gets bigger and bigger and bigger and starts to really ache. And it says, I don't like this, please don't do it. So I have to do a mixture of the colours. What did I use in the middle of, I think it was that one. Let's have a look. That looks close enough, doesn't it? There we go. And we need a bit of green for his leaves. What green have we got here? Oh, that's fine. So, to my subscriber that wanted to see how I do my colouring in, I hope you can see that it's not rocket science. It's just pencils, pressure. Tell you what, I want a blue one down there, I think. I've got a blue, let's have a nice blue. Yeah, it's just pressure. Just picking whatever colour really takes your fancy. You don't have to do it by the rules. You don't have to say, as I say, which I keep going on. I apologise. I don't have to do grass is green and sky is blue. I can do whatever colours I want. And I think that belongs to that flower. Not sure, but I think it belongs to that flower. It does now. Yeah, I'll go in that one as well. And then we'll do these a bit harder with the colour. Then I want the middle, which I seem to have kept to the same sort of shade. I need another green. If that's the same, no, that's another one. That's fine. I didn't want it the same as the other two greens here because it's a different leaf. And I like my leaves to have different greens. How's that? Interesting. Right, let's bring you around a bit. I want to do these down here. So I want another green altogether. That's a dark, what is it? Forest green. That's a different one. Let's have a look in there. Yep. It's coming. As I say, keep them pointy and you should be able to keep into your lines. You should, unless your hand slips, of course. Then you won't. But it's only your book. You're not being judged. We're not here to be judged. We're just here to share. That's what it's about. You don't need any bad feelings or, oh no, you shouldn't do it that way, you should do it this way. It's not what it's about. That looks like the same leaf, doesn't it? I think I'll do that the same as up the top. And at least the same one matches in a bit. There we go. Bit more there. Oh, that looks about the same. I'll have that. That one looks the same as well, doesn't it? I think I'll do that one while I'm at it. It's the same shape. Perhaps it's a leaf escaping. You never know. You got any more that way? They look the same, don't they? So we'll keep the same green for the moment. Just while we're doing it that way. How's that? That's looking pretty. I like that. Do we remember what colour that was to do that one that way? We don't. I think it might have been lavender. Let's have a look. Ha, good guess, Lynn. Just to match those a bit. There we go. Bit tatty around the edge there, tidy it up. Don't go over the lines, Lynn. It messes the page up. I like this. This is pretty. It's fresh colours, light colours. I think I'll have my little bits in this one as well. A bit darker, but the same colour. Yes, I like that. Got some more down here. Let's do those. I do hope this works on the video, because it's taken a bit of time to do it. And if it doesn't, so I've got to do it all over again, or another one anyway. And somehow try to either speed it up or, I don't know really. I think speeding it up might just ruin it. As I said, I can do lots of things, but sometimes things like videos and editing and all that sort of thing, no, that's not on my to-do list. It's not a skill, not a strength. But there again, we can't do everything, can we? I don't think anybody can do everything. Are you doing this? Another one down there. So that one has a full stop, isn't it? I won't do that because it's the full stop. Or shall I? No, I'll resist. What have we got now? What have we got? We got some wording. We got some more flowers. Let's do some more flowers then. There's a nice bluey one. Let's have that one down here. Hold it still a bit. So I'll do it in circles. Then I'll do it in lines to sort of fill in the holes that I might have missed with the circles. Ah, it's all good fun. Not get too bogged down with, oh no, that colour mustn't match, or you're not holding that right. As long as you can stay in your lines. So just you do it however you want to do it. That one doesn't have a line, does it? Okay. I'll do a bit of dark around here, I think. Just pressing it a little bit harder. And no, don't do blending of colours. Either works or it doesn't. I've got blending pencils. I'm sure I've attempted it at one stage in my life, but no, I do the basics for colouring. I just enjoy that. Oh, sun's gone in. Hope you can still see that. Whoa, it looks a bit dark, doesn't it? Would it help if I put that light on? Can you see it a bit more now? Silly weather we have, isn't it? It just changes its mind all the time. It's like the picture can't scream at me and say, oh, we can't see you now. Because the sun's gone in. I'm trying to get a deeper yellowy one. Let's have a look. Oh, that's not bad, is it? But for me personally, myself and I, colouring is to be enjoyed. It's a pleasure. Or else I wouldn't do it, would I, if it wasn't a pleasure. And I like to share once I've done them. This is the first on screen, on video that I've done. If you want more, let me know. If you think, oh my goodness, we can't listen to her ramble on, don't ask for more. But you see, it only takes one person to actually say, oh, I quite like that. Then I just get carried away. I won't go too big on there because it's not far off the colour of the middles anyway, is it? I might leave that. What green we got? Is that a different green? Yes, that's a different green. Different leaf, different green. Luckily, there's lots of greens in this pack. I mean, you don't have to do them all in different greens. You can have them the same green. Only me being strange that I want that. What about over here? What about over here? Let's get our green on there. So we got one flower left to colour. Whoa, what do we think? I can see that is the same as that. Finding that green again, that could be fun. Might be that one. If it's not, never mind. How sad, never mind. No, it's not, but never mind. It's a green. It's fine. Tell you what, I'll have that one as well, I think. There we go. How's that? Now that must definitely be the flower. What colour to do that flower? What's that one? Plum purple. Let's have that, shall we? Oh, yes. It's like a pink. And we'll just colour that one in there. Like that. Not too fussy. Let's get our colour on the paper. Try not to miss any holes, Lynn, or make any holes. Do we want a bit of two-tone going on? Let's do a bit of two-tone, but not in any specific order. Not over the whole leaves, just to give a bit of effect, isn't it? Like a bit of shadow. How's that? See? It's a bit of two-tone. That looks like it wants to be dark. Right, so we've got one little piece in the middle there. And now, oh, I've seen a bit I've missed. Never mind, let's do those. Could be a different blue, but don't worry about it. Let's just, there's a bit over there. You can have blue, I think, as well. What have we got left? Just our wording on this one? Right. What colour wording do we want? Ooh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go for this. What's this? Ultramarine blue. So, let's have a look. Oh, the nib's just gone. It's obviously too pointy, but not to worry. We'll get there. So, we're now just colouring in the words. Obviously lend themselves to colouring. Can't colour in every word because some of them haven't got any thick bits to them. Sometimes I'll colour the words in one colour. Sometimes I'll colour each letter a different colour. You can do it by row of different colours, single or sort of whole words of different colours. There's no set way to do it. It's entirely up to you. Don't you like being in charge? I'm going to do this all in one colour. See? Quite fast really, this bit. It's only mainly straight lines. just to fill them in. You know where the letter is. It's not like doing a colour and you're not sure where the leaf is or where the, you know, the actual petal goes. Because they're letters, you do know what they're supposed to look like, which helps. Okay. Even with this, I can see this is getting lighter. Can you see that's quite dark? I seem to be getting lighter now. Obviously the pressure is getting to my hand. My hand's getting tired of this much colouring in one go. Shame, poor old thing. What have we got next? Down that. And so the pencil gets lighter because my pressure gets lighter. Makes sense, sort of. There we go. And there. You can usually get it on the small bits, say. As long as you got a good point. Yep. I'm not worried about the hole in the E there. Yep, up around the loop of the L. Another E. How we doing? I think we're nearly there. Have you stayed to the end? Have you run this video through just to get to the end? To see how it turned out? Did I make it all in one go? Did I have to start again on a completely different page? Well, we won't know until I actually play it back, you see. But I've enjoyed doing this. If I can't publish it, I can't publish it. I'll just have it for me. I can strangely listen to me colouring in, babbling on. But apart from talking to you, the main vein here is that I'm colouring in and inspire, prayer, journal, Bible. And surely, I don't think that belongs anywhere, but we're giving the blue anyway. Surely that's what it's about. I'm spending time in whatever form in God's word, because these are God's words. I'm getting that. Honestly, I'm going to do it. Hand falls off. I can do this. I haven't got a clue of how long this video's taking. I'll have a look when I stand up and just say goodbye to you. I'll see how long we've taken to do one whole page with lots of flowers, a fair bit of writing, plenty of colour. We'll see how we've done. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. It has been rather strange to talk and colour, but I'm sure God won't mind me sharing with you. How's that? I think we're done, don't you? Let's stand up and see how we've done. 39 minutes. Oh my goodness, if you've stayed with me that long, and if this lets me print this, well done. I should just fast forward it and get to the end. I'll only do the one page, clearly. So, give us a thumbs up. Go on. Subscribe to the channel. You know you love it. You stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye for now.